Hello, I'm James, and today I'm at Intergalactic Plastic in Lakeland, Florida, and I'm going to do an interview. So, what got you into the business?
So it's always been a dream of mine to open up a toy store ever since I was really little. And, after years of doing sort of normal work, I decided to take a leap and take on this passion project. So I opened Intergalactic Plastic, and we have toys, comic books, tabletop games, you name it. We,
Yeah.
we do a little bit of everything.
Speaking of that, how did the tabletop section come to be? Was that something like you always intended on having?
No, actually, it wasn't. I did the tabletop. I've always been a big gamer as well. So when I had the opportunity to take on a bigger store, I decided, hey, there's really not a lot of shops in town that do, that sort of thing. So I decided to go ahead and take the leap. We put some tables out. We plan events. We do things like Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon. So it's just really more of an extension of all the things that I love. I wanted to have everything in one place.
It's always like an atmosphere I love having, like coming in, looking at comics, and just hearing the talking in the background. It's like,
Yep. Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. I think it definitely customers come in and they appreciate all the joy is kind of infectious.
Now, I know you do buy collections and
I
stuff.
do. Yeah. I buy a lot of collections. We not only do new toys, but we do old toys, vintage toys as well.
What was like the biggest one you've gotten or something like that?
Yeah, so I want to say about maybe 8 months ago, a gentleman came in with his entire childhood toy collection from the 80s, and it had vintage Transformers, vintage GI Joes, vintage Masters of the Universe, like with all the parts. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like it had everything. And I just couldn't believe my eyes when he brought the box in, and it just was just filled to the brim with all my childhood memories. So yeah, that doesn't happen that often where we get that much of the best stuff, but absolutely was one of the coolest collections I brought in.
Speaking of old toy lines, what is your personal favorite?
Personal favorite is Master of the Universe.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's something that actually I'm almost 40 years old, so the toys are actually a little bit older than I am, but my uncle got me into them. So as a baby, I had He-Man toys, and I kind of grew up with them, and then got into Turtles. But Master of the Universe has always been my absolute favorite.
Nice. Now, with the comic book section, do you get in new releases?
We do, yeah. Every week, Tuesdays we get our DC titles, and then Wednesdays we get our Marvel and everything else, whether it's Dark Horse, Image, we get those titles in. So yeah,
Nice.
and then the old stuff too. Yeah, we do back issues, a lot of back issues.
At the old place, you used to have TVs of video game music playing all the time.
Yes.
What's your favorite soundtrack?
My favorite soundtrack. Oh, geez. I'd probably say anything from The Legend of Zelda I could listen to over and over again. Although, I take that back. Katamari Damacy for the PS2 is my absolute favorite video game soundtrack. But Legend of Zelda is a high up there too.
Yeah, Katamari is very different soundtrack.
It's eccentric. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just what kind of stuff do you got going on?
Coming up, we're doing a lot more Warhammer stuff in the shop. So we started carrying Warhammer. So on Wednesdays, we're doing Warhammer Wednesdays. We're inviting people to come in and play. We just reintroduced our Pokemon Day. So on Sundays, we're doing our play and trade. For a while, we had kind of backed off from Pokemon, but we decided we had a lot of people ask about it, so we decided to reintroduce that. Mostly aimed for younger customers, for them to come in, play the cards, trade the cards, with other people who have similar interests.
Nice. And finally, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, so I'm at 5367 South Florida Avenue here in Lakewood, Florida. You can also check out our website, which is intergalacticplastic.com.
Nice. So that'll about do it for this interview. We'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.